Anonymous Code. Anonymous Code is a visual novel video game in development by Mages and Chiyomaru Studio and is planned to be released for PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch in Japan. The PlayStation Vita version was announced but has since been omitted from the list of platforms. It is part of the science visual novel series, which also includes Occultic, 9, and in turn part of the larger science adventure series. The developers are aiming to release the game in late 2021. Plot. In the year 2036, the 2036 problem occurs, where an incident involving computers leads to the destruction of major cities around the world. A similar event is expected to take place in 2038, so a supercomputer called GAIA is used to create an alternate Earth using an Earth simulator. The experiment was initially inconclusive because of the possibility of low birth rates in the alternate Earth, so a message called the Arecibo message was used to allow humans to live there. However, humanity in the alternate Earth then creates their own Earth simulator, which leads to questions about the original Earth's existence. The game takes place in 2037. The protagonist, a hacker named Paulin Takayaka. Development. Anonymous Code is developed by Chiyomaru Studio and Mages, and is written by Chiyomaru Shikura. It is the first stand-alone work developed by Chiyomaru Studio and is part of the science visual novel series, which also includes Occultic, 9. This was initially separate from the developer's science adventure series, but was later incorporated into it. In contrast with the concept of infinitely expanding horizontal world lines used in Shikura's science adventure game Steins Gate, Anonymous Code uses the concept of infinitely expanding vertical world layers, with the main character being able to manipulate layers below his, and is themed around hacking. According to Shikura, the game's role is in part resolving unanswered questions from the science adventure series. Shikura stated that he initially wanted to increase the game's immersion by applying a unique artwork to every scene and using full animation during major events. However, he realized the game would need at least 3,000 pieces of artwork, in contrast to the usual 100 found in visual novels, not counting the costs to produce the animations, and thus discarded this idea. His research on how to lower the costs of an immersive visual novel led him to consider reusing old animation, developing Steins Gate Elite from this idea. Release. The game is planned to be released by Mages for the PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch in Japan in Q3/Q4 2021, after delays from early and late 2020. A PlayStation Vita version was initially announced but cancelled due to the system's discontinuation. Mages has also mentioned that they might develop a PlayStation 5 version, which could potentially be released simultaneously with the PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch versions.